Hi, I'm the world's okayest sim heli pilot who always botches my landings. With the camera being in a fixed position, I keep having to fidget with my keyboard or hat switch to look where I want to, which takes far too much attention from actually flying. So now, you might be wondering how I'm actually landing this helicopter properly for once. And trust me, it shocks me too. Everything changed when a company by the name of iWare reached out to me with one of their products, the Beam Eye Tracker. This has been a game changer, and not only for helicopters. No more fancy VR headset, no special hardware, just my basic $25 webcam and the software they so kindly gave me for free to try. Despite being given a free key, this review will give my own opinion, and I'm not being forced to give a positive review just to promote sales. With that in mind, let's dive right into checking this out for X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Simulator. Before we check things out in the sim, let's take a look at the setup process. Setting up the eye tracker is really easy, and as mentioned earlier, almost any webcam or a mobile device with a camera works. There's a guided setup that walks you through everything, and there are also advanced settings so that you can tweak things to your liking. On Steam, there are also user profiles which you can download. I might upload mine, and if I do, I will link it in the description below. Out of the box, the eye tracker works with both Microsoft Flight Simulator and X-Plane. Although for X-Plane, you will need to check a box in the settings menu. In both sims, you can use the eye tracker and face tracker, although I have opted into just using the head tracker. For me, the eye tracker can be a bit trippy, and I prefer to just move my head instead. Additionally, if the tracker gets messed up, just reset your head position to normal and press Alt and C. This will reset the tracker's position, and you are all set. Once you do this, you may need to change your camera views to prevent this lopsided view that can occur. I just do this by going to an external view and then back to the internal view. Now, you might be wondering what purposes an eye tracker could be used for, and what makes it different from something simpler like a hat switch or mouse. When flying in situations that require a lot of head movement, such as flying VFR in a traffic pattern, a complex approach into an airport, or flying helicopters, quick movements are key. While hat switches are very useful, the speed at which they move can be too slow. And then to reset your original view, you have to hit a keybind, which more than likely means that you will need to let go of something to achieve that. In my case, this means I need to let go of my joystick or my throttle, just so that I can hit my keyboard to get back to my default view. With the head tracker, you can maintain manual control of the throttle and flight controls as you look around because you're using your head or eyes to do so. And by moving your head into the neutral position, the camera does so too. Additionally, you can overlay what your eyes are looking at so that if you're a content creator like me, you can point at things with your eyes. This can be useful if you're recording a tutorial and you're trying to show what gauges you're looking at, or at what point you should look at the end of the runway prior to touchdown, and so forth. Finally, when flying fighter jets low and fast, this makes looking ahead for threats, such as terrain, really easy. In the past, I would have to really quickly let go of the throttle and move the camera with my mouse to see what the clearance for my turns looks like. But now, a slight movement of my head does the trick. This can also be extended to doing landings on carriers, as I can physically move my head up and down to see the nose a bit better when approaching the deck. Now, it's time to go over the pros and cons of using the Beam Eye Tracker. Starting off is the price. It's $30, which paired with the $25 webcam, that makes about $60 total. I find this to be a pretty good price, as the webcam can be used for a bunch of other stuff like video calls and so forth when you're not using it for eye tracking. If you don't want to use a webcam though, you can actually connect your phone and use that instead. On Android, you can plug your phone into your computer and it should get sensed as a webcam, or you can use the Beam app on iOS. I have tried the Beam app on iOS, but honestly, I don't have a stand for my phone, so it was in a weird position and it kept shifting. So I just decided to go out and buy a webcam. Additionally, the Beam Tracker has support for a bunch of games, which I will leave a link in the description for you to check out if your game supports it. Another pro is that the software is very easy to set up. It took me maybe 15 to 20 minutes to get everything launched and tested in both X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Simulator. And finally, you can buy this on Steam or on the website. I actually have an affiliate link in the description below if you want to buy the tracker and support the channel at the same time. Now, going out to the cons, I haven't really found much, but every good software will encounter at least one unexpected bug or problem, so here are two that I faced. When I go to scratch my face, the tracker sometimes will start focusing on my hand instead of my eyes, but realigning the tracker using Alt and C and resetting the camera position fixes it for me. Additionally, in X-Plane, you can see that in this clip where I fly the Cirrus Vision Jet, the camera was jittering forwards and backwards a bit, but after resetting the Sim and Eye Tracker, it fixed the problem. Even with these two cons, I feel that this is an amazing software and I really enjoyed using it. I would recommend it, and you can test out the demo on Steam, or you can buy it off the website and get a 14-day money-back guarantee. Hopefully you will consider this software, and if you get it, or if you already own it, make sure to leave a comment down below on how you're using it, if you like it or not, and so forth. Anyways, this is where I'm going to end the video, so thank you for watching. Good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, everyone. I will catch you in the next one. Happy flying!